Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now we're going to have a real long listen today, so get yourself comfy, but it's going to be a nice one. The reason we got this stuff on the channel today, a returning band, Innasanatorium, have come back all the way from Australia, and they're a thrash band. Now we don't get to pull out thrash too often on this channel, although I have got some really nice thrash bands in my queue. So many so that I've actually got 5 bands for us to check out today, including Innasanatorium, because I just thought, man, that one sounds good, that one sounds good, that one sounds good. And in the end, we got 5 bands to check out. So we're going to have a nice long listen. But as I say, they all sound super dope. And I just want to check them all out today. These guys sent over a message with this track. Said, hey, mate, you've played one of our videos before. And we're really happy with the reaction. So we're looking forward to what you come up with this one. Cool to hear that. We think this one is a real groove / thrash infused headbanger. Well, that's what we like to hear. The track is called Statement of Intent. Let's get it on the screen. Enjoy these guys. Great bass tone. And that bass really comes through.
Much better than you and me. No fear or hesitation. Perpetually in the zone. A lifelong celebration. A bridging testosterone. I have a fear. Come at me, bro.
I'm not sure I've ever heard that as a lyric. Nice stereo drums there coming across your ears. Really cool, sounded great. Man, nice track on this one. Thick, heavy guitars. I can't believe how thick and heavy the guitars were. And yet you could still hear the bass, and the bass cut through the whole time. Because the guitars even, the tone of it was quite scooped. It almost had like a nu metal edge to it in a way, I would say, with the scooped guitars, the tone of the guitars, and some of the riffs as well were a bit bouncy and groovy in that way. But normally that doesn't leave a lot of room for the bass. But the bass just cut through, straight through that guitar tone. You could hear it the whole time, and it had such a great tone. It almost sounded like a kick drum in a way. It had like a punch to it, like a dum dum. Every time he hit it, it's like the slap of the strings or something like that. It sounded so dope. You could hear it all the way through, and I was just like, man, it's not very often you mention in a thrash band that the bass is really the nicest tone in the whole mix. It sounded absolutely great. So there you go. Great track. I liked all the different sections in it. Even a blast beat section was really nice. I'd say even more blast beat sections would be even nicer as well, because it was a nice dynamic shift within the track. You don't normally get that in this kind of music. So to move into a blast area is just a nice extra thing that you wouldn't normally expect to hear. So really nice on that one. But the really nice thing as well on this one was the solo. I thought the guitar tone on the solo was absolutely perfect. It sounded amazing. It sat in the mix in such a nice way. You could hear all the notes. It just had the perfect tone for a lead solo, and a great solo in there as well. So really nice job. Thanks for getting back on the channel, and hope you enjoy the rest of the bands that I've lined up today, because we've got some really cool ones. Very good. The next band, I've got a couple of these guys' tracks in the queue, so I want to try and get at least one of them out. They're on Beheading the Traitor channel as well. This band's called Trendkill, which should tell you they're a thrash band, and you can see he's got a dying guitar as well. The track's called Covenant. Let's give them a spin. There's always something going on the drums, on the guitars. Love it. Extraterrestrial life. Extraterrestrial life. The prophets of perpetuate lies will rest until humanity dies. Like Decay, you say you'll be saved. Stars bleeding, the empty and bright. Just our protection has failed. Their kind Love those extra bits on the drums. Man, what a great track. What a great energy to that one as well. Now, you might, when you first see these guys called Trendkill, the guy's got a dime guitar. One of the guys in the video is wearing a Pantera shirt. You might think, oh man, these guys are just going to be a Pantera tribute band. But they're absolutely not. I thought the only thing that actually reminded me of Pantera about the whole band was the vocalist tone. And that was in a good way, because he sounded like Phil in his prime when he actually hadn't ragged his throat to death. I mean, he doesn't sound so great nowadays, but kind of the Trendkill days, man, he was really tight in the throat and nice, and the guy was nice in there. He had the similar tone, but again, he worked his vocal in a different way. The only thing that was similar was the vocalist tone. I thought the track actually worked and moved in ways that I couldn't think, man, these guys sound like this band or that band, or definitely not Pantera. I thought the track moved in its own way. I thought these guys sounded quite original. It was a really forward driving track, always something going on, pushing forward. Drummer couldn't leave his kit alone, always on the splash and the cymbals, working the toms like a madman. Absolutely love to see that, and it just pumps so much energy into the track. But again, the guitarist was always doing something, squealing away, and if the guitarist wasn't doing something, the bassist broke through with something. You could hear it again, had a great bass tone that cut through the mix again. Super nice. And the vocalist was just raging all the way through. It was just like always something going on track, you know? There wasn't pauses and kind of ups and downs to it. It was just like a constant force pushing forward. I really enjoyed it. We've got another video of theirs in the queue. Hopefully we'll get it out sooner rather than later. The next band is called Patterns of Decay. They've been on the channel as well before, made some product submissions, which is dope. But we're going to get them on today in the free queue. This one is of Famine and Plague. Better get it on the screen. Let's enjoy these guys.
But I'm back again, on my way out of that zone. I lick my wounds and carried on my lonesome pain. There is no rest for the dead creatures such as I walk alone to go to fill the wilds. You feel the darkness. Yes, well, always follow dead things. Say of my love madness. Curse, well, always follow dead things. Say of my love madness.
Everyone's ripping out.
Through the ages of witness, misconception and outrageous born into them selfish ways. Through the ages of witness, misconception and outrageous born into them selfish ways. Nothing to force, this planet's gold and so are you. The trap is set to bring you all to your knees. You break this earth, I can take it all on your own. The affection's run, past the point of no return. Everybody's killing.
Heavy.
Everybody's killing. Everybody's killing. Everybody's killing. Always follow God.
Jesus, talking about energy, these guys have got it in spades. Absolutely shredding out through the whole track. I think there was about 3 chords in the whole thing. Even the rhythm guitarist was just shredding, and the bassist was shredding as well. All 3 of them were just going at it the whole time. Now, when you see a guy with a Warwick bass and with a bass amp as well, you know they're a serious bassist and they take their stuff seriously and they take their tone seriously. And you could definitely hear that one in the mix as well. Man, the bassists are absolutely killing it today. And that's not normally something you'd say for a thrash video. But, you know, all those kind of memes of Jason Newsted not being able to be heard and stuff back in the day, I think that's probably propelled bassists on in thrash bands to make sure they get heard and make sure they got a good tone. Sick, killing it. What a great energy is that one. This band's a heavy band, Kaoz. I'm not quite sure how you say that one. Let me get it on the screen. Kaoz. Anyway, the track is called IDENTEGRITY, which is another hard word to say. Let's give it a spin. Great guitar tones. Proper job. Man, that was super nice. Heavy, aggressive, punching and stabbing. and then into sick grooving and sliding and just feeling, you know, groovy with it. Man, super dope. Love the video for that one. That's my kind of video all day long. Very, very nice. Now we're going to finish off with this last band, Diabology. We like these guys, bunch of younger guys in this band as well, which is cool. The track is called The Softest Grave. This is on the Circle Pit channel they got themselves on. Let's give it a spin. Another great bass tone in this one, cutting through the guitars, sounding great. Nice. Guitar looks so big as a 7 or 8 string, whatever it is. Man, what an epic track. And video to go with it. They really went out with that video. Jesus, I'm not sure I've ever seen a dude going through the kind of portal of being born, all covered in blood from a nun in such graphic detail. But it was really cool. If that video had come out in the 90s or something, this band would have been all over the news and everything with that one. Really sick. It's amazing what you can get away with now that would have actually been super shocking back in the night, even just 30 years ago in the 90s. Man, crazy. Great video for that one. Really thought that they put the effort in for it as well. Great track, loads of stuff going on in this track, epic, moving in a bunch of different ways, good solo in there as well, massive guitars. When they put a BC Rich like that in a 7-string, it's like an absolute board of wood, but it's got a good tone on it, nice and buzzy in this one, great drum sound and all the rest of it. So yeah, nice high quality job for those. And I like it that there are a bunch of youngsters making that kind of music as well, because we need youngsters to get into thrash and start making new thrash, you know. So I'm on board with those guys a lot, especially after that video as well. Absolutely crazy. Man, I hope you've enjoyed that today. How long have we been going? Yeah, nearly half an hour. That's what I thought we'd do today. 5 great bands to check out. Thanks to Innasanatorium for pushing thrash through this channel, skipping the queue, making a priority submission, and getting on board with the channel in that way as well, and letting me push this stuff through, because, you know, we don't always get to have thrash bands on the channel. It's been a while now, and I have got a bunch of nice stuff in the queue, as you can see today. We've got 5 easy bands to put on the channel. Very, very good stuff as well. High quality videos, the stuff I like to see, and even crazy stuff you've never seen before as well. Very, very nice. So hope you've enjoyed that today. Give the video a like and all that jazz if you've enjoyed that. And if you're in a band, a thrash band or not, and you want to get on the channel, let us check you out. Let us talk about your video and the rest of it. You've got to come through pretty extreme to beat that one, but we'll check it out. Head over to the website, skip the free queue, and we'll get you on the channel as well. Thanks very much, guys. See you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.